You know what's wild? That huge pile of crunchy leaves you're about to bag up and throw away? Professional gardeners would literally pay money for that. I'm not exaggerating. While most people treat fallen leaves like trash, there's a simple method that turns them into something garden centers sell for $15 a bag. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to make it for absolutely free. Hey there, garden friends. Welcome back to Flora Craft Garden, where we prove you don't need deep pockets to grow incredible things. If you're new here, grab a seat because you're about to discover why smart gardeners actually get excited when autumn arrives. And to my returning viewers, you already know we're diving into something practical today. So let's get right into it. Before we start, do me a quick favor. See that subscribe button? Tap it. It helps this channel reach more people who want to garden without emptying their wallets. Now, let's talk about why those leaves falling in your yard are basically garden gold. Picture this. Walk into any forest. Push aside the top layer of leaves. Dig down just a little. What do you find? Dark, almost black soil. Soft, fluffy, sweet-smelling. The kind of earth plants absolutely thrive in. Forests don't use fertilizer bags. They don't rely on store-bought amendments. For millions of years, trees have been creating their own perfect growing medium using just one ingredient, their own fallen leaves. Here's the problem. If you simply pile leaves in your garden and wait, it can take 2 to 3 years for them to fully break down. Most people don't have that kind of patience. But what if I told you there's a way to shrink that timeline down to just a few months? That's exactly what we're doing today. This method is called leaf mold. And honestly, the name doesn't do it justice. It sounds like something you'd want to avoid, but professional gardeners and high-end nurseries treat this stuff like treasure. The process is so simple, it almost feels like cheating. Here's what makes leaf mold different from regular compost. Composting relies on bacteria. That means heat, constant turning, moisture control, and a careful balance of materials. It works, but it's work. Leaf mold uses fungus instead, and fungus is way less demanding. No heat, no turning, no complicated ratios, just leaves, moisture, and time. That's it. The result is an amendment that holds moisture better than almost anything you can buy, dramatically improves soil structure, and costs you exactly $0. Let me walk you through it step by step, and I promise, if you can rake leaves, you can do this. First, gather your leaves. Almost any type works. But here's a pro tip. Mix them if you can. Oak leaves break down slower but create amazing structure. Maple leaves decompose faster. Mixing them gives you the best of both worlds. Avoid walnut and eucalyptus though. They release chemicals that can interfere with other plants. Now here's where most tutorials overcomplicate things. You don't need fancy bins. You don't need special equipment. Just find a corner of your yard, preferably somewhere shaded. Shade matters because moisture is your friend here, and direct sun dries everything out too fast. Pile your leaves there. That's step 1. Revolutionary, right? But here's the trick that changes everything. Shred the leaves first, if you can. Run your lawnmower over them before piling them up. Smaller pieces break down much faster. We're talking cutting your waiting time nearly in half. Quick pause here. If this is helpful, hit that like button. It genuinely helps more gardeners find these budget-friendly methods. And drop a comment. What do you usually do with your fallen leaves? Bag them? Burn them? I used to make the same mistakes before learning this, all right? Once your shredded leaves are piled up, add moisture. Not soaking wet, think of a wrung-out sponge. That's the goal. If the leaves are already damp from rain, perfect. If they're dry, give them a light watering as you build the pile. You can leave the pile loose or contain it. A simple chicken wire circle keeps things tidy and helps hold moisture. But honestly, both methods work. Contained piles just look nicer if that matters to you. Now comes the hardest part. Waiting. But here's the beauty of leaf mold, unlike compost. You don't turn it. In fact, turning actually slows things down because it disrupts the fungal networks doing all the work. Just let it sit. Check it every few weeks. If it looks dry, add water. If you live in a rainy area, you may not need to do anything at all. Those fungi are incredibly efficient. Give them consistent moisture, and they'll transform that pile of leaves into something incredible. So what's actually happening in there? Those white thread-like fungal strands are breaking down the toughest parts of the leaves, the cellulose and lignin that make them rigid. As they work, the pile shrinks, darkens, and turns into a crumbly, earthy. In about 6 months, depending on your climate, you'll have usable leaf mold. After a full year, it's perfect, dark, rich, and carrying that deep, earthy smell that tells you it's packed with life, exactly what your garden has been waiting for. Here's what makes this different from compost. Leaf mold is lower in nutrients. That might sound like a disadvantage, but stay with me. What leaf mold lacks in nitrogen and phosphorus, it more than makes up for with its real superpower: water retention. This stuff can hold up to 500% of its own weight in water. Let that sink in. If you've got sandy soil that dries out too fast, leaf mold fixes it. If you've got heavy clay that stays waterlogged, leaf mold fixes that too. It improves soil structure better than almost anything I've ever used. It creates tiny spaces that let air and water move freely through the soil. It feeds earthworms, which then create even more biological activity underground. And because leaf mold breaks down slowly, these benefits don't disappear after a season. They last for years, not months. Now let's talk about how to actually use this garden gold once it's ready. Mix it into vegetable beds before planting. Tomatoes, peppers, squash. Your plants will develop root systems so strong you'll start wondering if you've secretly become a gardening genius. Use it as mulch around perennials and shrubs. It suppresses weeds while slowly improving the soil beneath. Blend it into potting mixes. Commercial potting soil is expensive, but mixing leaf mold with regular garden soil creates a growing medium that rivals anything you'd buy in a bag. Starting seeds? Mix leaf mold with a little sand and compost. You've just made a seed-starting mix that costs pennies instead of dollars. And here's my favorite use: top-dressing lawns. Spread a thin layer over your grass in fall. Rain and earthworms will pull it down into the soil, feeding soil life and improving your lawn without chemicals. Want to speed this process up even more? Here are a few insider tricks. Add a handful of finished leaf mold or regular garden soil to a new pile. You're essentially inoculating it with the fungi that do the work. Think of it like a sourdough starter but for leaves. Water the pile occasionally with water that's been sitting out. Chlorinated tap water can slow fungal activity. Rainwater or dechlorinated water works better. If you're impatient, check your pile after about 3 months. Even partially decomposed leaf mold is useful. The chunkier material makes excellent mulch while it finishes breaking down. Make multiple piles. Start one in fall and another in spring when you're cleaning up leftover leaves. That way, you've got a continuous supply instead of waiting on one massive batch. Location matters more than most people realize. Placing piles near a north-facing wall or under trees keeps them naturally moist and speeds up decomposition. Here's something most people don't consider. You can combine materials. Mix thin layers of grass clippings into your leaves, not clumps, thin layers. This adds a little nitrogen and speeds things up. Just keep it mostly leaves, about 80%, so fungal decomposition stays dominant. Let's address a few common problems because they will come up. If your pile isn't breaking down, check moisture. Grab a handful and squeeze it. If no water comes out, it's too dry. If water pours out, it's too wet. Adjust accordingly. If it smells bad, that's a warning sign. Leaf mold should smell earthy and pleasant. A sour or rotten smell means too much moisture and not enough air. Fluff the pile and let it dry slightly. If leaves are matting together, especially whole leaves, that's normal when they're wet. This is why shredding matters. If you didn't shred them, just break up the mats when you notice them. Not enough space? Make smaller batches in garbage bags with holes punched for airflow. Shake them occasionally. It works just a bit slower than open piles. Now zoom out for a second. Here's why this matters beyond saving money. Every bag of leaves sent to a landfill is a missed opportunity. In landfills, leaves break down without oxygen and produce methane, a greenhouse gas, far more damaging than carbon dioxide. But in your garden, those same leaves are building soil, storing carbon, and creating habitat for beneficial life. You're also breaking an expensive cycle. Garden centers sell soil amendments because people depend on them. When you make your own high-quality material from waste, you keep that money in your pocket and you end up with better soil than most commercial products can offer. This is gardening the way it was done for centuries, long before the fertilizer industry convinced everyone they needed bottles and bags for everything.